Welcome to Between Us. Why are you smiling at me like that?
It was such a nice welcome.
Was it? This is episode 10. This is our Deca episode.
10. That's a good number.
Yep. Can you believe we've done it?
I can't believe it.
Everyone doubted.
Did they?
Said it couldn't be done, and now we're here. 10 episodes in. So, I'm feeling a little loosey-goosey.
Yeah, I can tell.
What did you put in my drink?
I didn't put anything.
I don't know if I'm dehydrated or what, but it's all good.
Should be an interesting show.
Yeah. We'll see if this gets published. Brief overview on today's episode. We're talking cheating.
Oh.
We're talking FBI.
FBI?
Yep. And so much more. So, right off the top, this episode is sponsored by Why We Dream. If you would love to have your very own podcast, if you need some marketing help, you name it, reach out to us. We would love to do this for you. We actually have already started working with a handful of clients producing their podcast, and I'm loving it because we bring all the equipment, we handle all the logistics, and we just get to record in people's homes and have them do their own podcast. So if that's something you'd be interested in, be sure to reach out. We'd love to have you join our team and allow us to produce this your podcast for you. So previous week, we went to Disneyland.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Talk about it.
Well, we went for 3 days like we normally do. We went mostly for the Oogie Boogie party, so they closed down California Adventure after 6, I think, and then so just for Oogie Boogie tickets. And then they have like villains that you can go see, and they hand out tons of candy. Mm-hmm. They have a parade. They do a few other things. So it's actually really fun. This is our 3rd year doing it. This is
our 3rd year?
3rd.
We've done Oogie Boogie 3 times?
3 times. Fletcher was Lightning McQueen, and we were, what are they called? Pit Crew.
Pit Crew. Yeah, it was a fun trip. It was also really cool. We ran into some podcast fans, which is cool. One of them that we ran into, she said she watches each episode, I think, or she mentioned the podcast. I just thought that was cool that we ran into her. And we also ran into a OG Riley Royce.
Yes.
Inside of the Guardians ride.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yep. So really cool. I love that. Like, it's just cool to see, because we just publish it and it's hard to know what people think or if it's even reaching anyone. It's hard to like conceptualize that. So it's nice to hear people talk about it and say how much they like it. So, but you do a lot of walking at Disneyland.
Yes, it's nice.
It's part of it. And we walked a lot and stood a lot.
Yeah.
So my pinky toe started hurting me.
On the what day? First or second?
Day 1.
Here's why, though.
But day 2, it got even worse. And we were there so long on day 2 because that's when Oogie Boogie was. And when
we went back in the middle of the day, didn't we? To get our costumes.
Yeah, you have to walk back to the hotel.
That's true.
So, and we get done with Oogie Boogie. It's super late. We're walking back. And I just had this epiphany that I'm kind of over Disneyland.
No, it's not true. Here's what I think is what happened.
It broke me.
Here's what happened. Brady wasn't there the first day or most of the second day. And so me and Sarah kind of took control of what we were doing. And when that happens, we're just constantly going on rides. Thank you.
Okay.
Which means a lot more walking, which normally when we go, we'll go on a ride. We do the rider switch. So one of us is usually hanging out while the other person's on the ride. We'll usually go sit and eat like 5 times a day and just sit there and chill for a while and then go on another ride. So I think because Brady wasn't there, we were just going and going and going, and we were trying to get on all the rides that we could all go on at the same time. So we were all just constantly getting on rides and standing in lines. So I think that was the difference this time.
I don't know.
Don't you dare. We're going for the rest of our life.
I don't know. I need a break.
Well, we're going in a few weeks, so better get ready.
There's no way. Anyways, Halloween also happened.
Yes.
Halloween's much better with children.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just fun to see Fletcher. He gets all excited.
Yeah, and we get dressed up more. Usually we don't usually dress up for Halloween.
It's true. So it was fun to go out and actually go trick-or-treating with him. And I think someone even mentioned, like, it feels like the movies. Like, all the houses are decorated. There's fog machines going. People had speakers playing Halloween music. So, yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
I like Halloween. We've also been watching, I don't know if we've mentioned this, Real Housewives
of Salt Lake City, and it is unhinged.
It's crazy. Like,
it's hard to believe that there's people like that exist. And maybe they just do it. It's hard to tell if it's like some things are scripted or not. But it's just hard to believe. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. It's definitely entertaining, but it is.
And it gives you a headache because they're just constantly arguing with each other, and then they all start yelling at the same time. So you can only take a few episodes at a time, I feel like.
Yeah, that's a perfect way to put it. Kind of like Disneyland. You can only take so much.
Okay, you keep telling yourself that.
All right, should we jump into Know It All?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. So, I saw a TikTok with this and thought it would be fun to talk about it. Okay. So, you have 20 minutes to hide a paperclip before the FBI comes to your house to find the paperclip.
Okay.
Where do you hide it? It's a good one, huh?
I think I would hide it.
You have 20 minutes.
Oh, 20 minutes?
Yep.
Like, does it have to be in your house, or can it be outside of your house?
No. It's got to be in the house. You can't, like, destroy the paperclip. Where are you putting it?
I think I would put it in, like, a bag of sugar.
You're getting caught for sure.
No way. Why would they just dump out some sugar?
They're going to come in, grab that bag of sugar, just cut the bottom. Out falls your paperclip.
I guess I don't really feel like the FBI does that anyway. So I feel like they wouldn't really look.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you know this for sure?
They're doing that.
Okay.
Pulling cushions off, cutting the cushions.
Well, then wherever you say, I'm going to say, oh, they'll catch you. They're for sure finding you. They're going to cut up the cushions. They're going to tear this house down.
I've thought about this.
Okay, let's hear it.
What I would do, I would go into our bathroom and I would go to where...
Flush it down the toilet.
No, because you can't do that.
Okay.
That's breaking the rules. I would go in, the toilet paper holder that's attached to the wall, I'd take that off, take my screwdriver, take the screw out.
Were you thinking about this while going to the bathroom?
Then I would take the paper clip, take the screw out of the wall where the screw is.
Oh my gosh.
Put it in the hole. Put the toilet paper thing back on. Put the screw back on.
They'll find it. You know what? They're just gonna break the whole thing off the wall. No way. You think they're gonna dump out a bag of sugar?
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Then they'll pull off the toilet paper roll from the wall.
Isn't that a good one though?
But did you think of this while you're going to the bathroom? Is that why you thought of this question?
Maybe. Why?
You're like, this is a good spot to hide a paper clip.
So the TikTok that I watched, her answer was she would light a candle.
Oh, and then let it dry.
Let the wax melt, put the paperclip in, and let it dry.
That's smart.
So I like mine better. All right.
Hers is easier, though. Yours was a little elaborate.
All you need is a screwdriver.
Okay. Well, we'll try it.
Okay. We'll try it. If you know anybody,
yeah,
let us know to come and look.
We should actually, we're like, oh.
The light bulb moment.
We should play a game where we hide something and
have the
crew find it.
Are you guys down? Okay, they said yes. That would be fun.
That would be fun.
We should hide like $100 bill.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And whoever finds it gets to keep it.
I'll find it.
I bet you would. Okay, should we get to submissions?
Yeah.
All right. So this first one's like a game, it seems like, or like a... I'll just explain it. Mm-hmm. So the question is, would you consider the following cheating?
Okay.
And it has like different scenarios, and you just have to say yes or no, whether it's cheating or not.
Okay.
Okay.
Simple.
So, liking the opposite sex pictures on Instagram.
I don't think that's cheating. So I feel like you have like friends that are of the opposite sex, and you can like their pictures. I feel like. I guess it depends on what kind of relationship it is. Like if it was like an ex-girlfriend or something, I feel like that's like a no.
What if it's, to go even deeper, let's say it's a bikini pic?
I think that's a little inappropriate.
Ooh, is it cheating?
I feel like it's leading to cheating.
You said simple, don't complicate it.
Well, no, I wouldn't consider that cheating. I just would say that's a red flag.
Red flag. Okay. Sleeping in the same bed with the opposite sex but not doing anything.
Okay, well, what's the definition of cheating, though?
I think that's the point of this. Is you define what...
Because, again, I don't think that I would be something I'm comfortable with. Like, if you did that, I would say no, but I wouldn't say you cheated on me. I would just say, I don't like that you did that.
Wow, okay. Interesting. Going to hang out with a person of the opposite sex without your spouse knowing.
It's like, if you didn't do anything, to me, cheating is like you're starting a full-on relationship with this person, and like maybe
really,
like
that's what cheating is to you.
Well, not like a relationship, but or you like hook up with them. But like if you just go hang out with somebody and but I think I would consider that cheating. But
yes,
if
you went and hung out with someone purposely, not
right,
letting
if you didn't tell me, then I would be like, okay,
Dunzo,
you're cheating. Because then I would feel like you did something.
Okay. Texting the opposite sex.
Again, it depends on the relationship.
The relationship of what?
Of like you and the person you're texting. Like if it was like if I was texting Taylor or something, you wouldn't think I'm cheating on you because I'm texting Taylor.
Okay, flirting with someone?
I think that is cheating. I don't like that.
Interesting. You're all over the map with your answers. You're like, you can sleep in the same bed, but if you freaking flirt, then
well, that's the thing.
It's done.
Like if you're just sleeping in the same bed and you're just like not.
Are you freaking me? If you went and slept in the same bed with someone of the opposite sex, it is cheating.
Okay, I know, but like, I said let's not. I told you I'd be very upset if you did that, but
the flirting, you're like, that's cheating.
Because flirting is like trying to like get someone to like flirt back with you, or like because you like that person. So if you like that person while you have a significant other, that's cheating.
Okay.
But if you're just sleeping in the same bed, obviously I would not like that. But maybe there was a specific reason that you had to do that.
What is the
I don't know.
reason?
All right, fine.
There's a floor.
Okay, fine. It's cheating.
Okay. Yeah. Bring it down.
I feel like that it's situational for all of these things. But
All right,
okay.
confiding in the opposite sex.
Yeah, I would say that's emotional cheating.
Whoa. Okay, going on a work lunch alone with someone of the opposite sex. You're getting so angry right now.
It depends on. I mean, I wouldn't be happy with that. But would I think you're cheating on me? I wouldn't say you're cheating. I would just say, well, you made me upset because you went to lunch with this girl.
Nice. Okay. What about sharing a hotel room with a coworker of the opposite sex? Separate beds, but opposite sex, same hotel room.
Again, I think it's inappropriate, but wouldn't say it's cheating.
Sounds
And
good.
it's something that I would not be okay with. But again, it's not cheating.
So it's only cheating to you.
Okay, so here's a scenario. Say I find out that you're sleeping in the same hotel room with someone of the opposite sex, and I'm very upset. I break up with you
Yeah, that
because
would go well.
I wouldn't tell someone, oh, I broke up with him because he cheated on me. I would just say, oh, I broke up with him because I didn't like the fact that he was staying in the same hotel room with another girl.
I get you.
Okay, thank you.
You don't have to. Why are you trying to convince me?
Well, you're trying to act like I'm this crazy person because I don't think this stuff is cheating.
No, I was just. It was a little all over the place with what
Well,
you
no,
considered.
because like flirting and stuff is like has intention, but I feel like maybe like the work trip or something like that, maybe it was like your boss or somebody that booked it for you. It could be outside of your control, but you could still try and like do something about it. That's why I feel like I would be upset that you like agreed to it.
Awesome. Now I know.
Thank you.
Okay, should we go on to the
Yes.
next one?
Yes.
You
Okay.
ask it.
Okay. Let's see. I have a close acquaintance that is my neighbor who I see almost weekly, but for the life of me, I don't know his name. I always call him bro or dude. It's been like 5 years now. Is it too late to ask him his name?
If this isn't the story of my life.
Jaden's horrible with names.
I'm so bad. Ugh.
That reminds me, I just saw someone on my way home,
Okay.
and he knows Brady and Sarah. It was, am I allowed to say people's names?
We can bleep it out if we want
Okay.
to.
It was this person's husband that they know, and we've only seen him in person one time, but I recognized him. So I said, hey, what's up? Do you know who I am? And he said, remind me how I know you again.
Oh.
He said, he said it in a really nice way. He said,
where
Jaden,
were you?
I was driving just home, like earlier.
And you just talked to him through your car?
I saw him. He was working. And I said, hey, do
You were driving home
Yes.
and saw him and stopped and asked?
I literally was like pulling out of this where I was leaving from. And I saw him.
Okay.
And I said, hey, how's it? I like waved and I said, hey,
Yes.
how's it going? And I said, do you recognize me?
From your car.
Yeah, from my car. I said, do you
I'd be scared too.
It's very out of character for me, actually. Usually I'm like, avoid. Just keep driving. But anyways, I saw it and said.
Today you're like, he gonna know me today.
So he said, sorry if you're watching this podcast. But so I just said, do you recognize me? He said, in a really nice way, he said.
Ooh,
He
that's
said,
rough.
He said,
why
oh,
would he do that?
Jaden.
Why would he do that? Why not just be like, oh, hey, how
I
are
thought
you?
it was fine. I thought he did it really nice. He said, oh, yes, I recognize you, but remind me where I know you from. And I said,
Which means he had no idea.
yes, he did. So I said, oh, I'm Brady and Sarah's sister-in-law. And he said, yeah, that's right.
Wow. I do not do that.
Well, today I did it. So It's not okay to be nice and say hi to people?
No, I'm saying it's weird that for me, I would have just acted like I did know you.
I mean, I didn't take it in a rude way. I've only met him one time. I don't expect him to like know everything about me.
I'm just saying for me, because I wouldn't want anyone to feel sad
What?
that I didn't recognize him. So even if I had no idea, I'd be like, how you been?
Yes, I know you do that.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. He didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. I'm just saying, for me, I would have just been like,
hey, what's up?
Hey,
yeah, I know who you are.
You're awesome. I missed you. Where you been?
Well,
funny.
anyways, in this situation, I don't know how you get. Especially
I've had
if
this
it's been-
situation so many times. Like, you cross a point where it's weird, where you should just know their name, right? And you cross a point where you can't just be like, what's your name again?
Right. Especially
You know,
if it's
because
been
they'd
a
be
long
like,
time.
dude, we've been talking for like a year.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I think this mainly happens like when I used to go to the gym at like Vasa or something. Like, you kind of have these weird people you see,
Yeah.
but you're like, I don't know his name.
I mean, I would bring over someone that the neighbor wouldn't know and have them introduce each other and hope the guy tells his name.
I actually have a story. You've definitely heard this. but-
Or
what?
no, that wouldn't work. I was gonna say maybe he could send a text and say he needed his name and other information for some reason.
What?
Or
Hey, can I get your social?
how about this? Say, how do you spell your name? You ask him to spell it.
What if his name's like Jim?
I don't know.
Then he'd be like, what are you talking about?
Well, in the state of Utah, you never know.
I remember one time I went to church. And my cousins came to church with us. They were in town. And, you know, we go to sacrament meeting and then we go to Sunday school. And my cousin came with me and they do the thing where they're like, any visitors? So my cousin raised her hand and then they're like, Jaden, introduce your cousin.
Oh my gosh.
And so I stood and I was just like sitting there and they're like, Jaden, stand up. And so I stand up and I'm like dying inside because I can't remember my cousin's name.
Your own cousin.
I know. And
Would she know?
I'm like, introduce yourself. And they're like, no, she's the guest. You introduce her. Like they were not letting me out of this. And I was just like, I don't know her name.
Was she upset?
I could tell she was sad.
That is
And
sad.
she's like, my name is blank. And I'm like, that's right.
That is sad. Your own cousin. Was it you?
Don't
Oh,
bleep
sorry.
that. We bleep that. Gosh. Don't say people's names.
Well, would she? If she watches this, will she remember that? You think?
I hope not.
Okay.
But
Well,
I'm sure.
your own cousin. I'd be sad if my cousin forgot my name.
But here's the sad thing is that's happened with how many of my cousins?
Yeah. Well, you don't see a lot of your cousins very often.
Like we're at the farmer's market. Remember my cousin? I
Yes.
was like, hey. And I was just like, what up? And she could tell I was confused. And she's like, I'm your cousin.
Yes. Yeah, and you do have a lot of cousins, but a lot of them live out of state.
Yeah. So what does he do? How does he get this guy's name?
My original idea, I think, is the best.
Just bring someone random? But then
Host host a dinner, invite your neighbors and someone else that they may not know, and then they can introduce themselves at the dinner.
But that puts you in a risky situation where they could be like, oh, introduce them. Or they're waiting for you to introduce them. You know what I mean? And then it's like,
Or wait for an Amazon package to show up.
oh my gosh, Kay, we're moving on.
Just go read it real quick.
We are moving on. Do not do that. I don't know. Just ask him. I don't know.
I feel like you would just be like, I'm so sorry. I forgot your name. What is it?
That's a rough one. Sorry, we're no help. All right.
I gave great suggestions. Thank you very much.
I didn't say they were bad.
You said we're no help.
I did. I'm sorry. I was no help, okay? Lindsay was all the help. All right, next question. When was the last time you cried and why?
I don't know. Probably Royce's birthday.
Yeah, for sure.
It's usually about the times I cry.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't remember any other.
I didn't see you cry.
Sometimes I just like to cry by myself.
Me too.
You're like happy about it? Sometimes I don't want anyone to comfort me. I just want to cry and then get over it.
Yeah. I usually go on the toilet.
Sometimes in the shower or sometimes when you're sleeping.
You cry when I'm sleeping?
Yes, but I don't want you to wake up. I'm just...
Babe, that's sad.
That's not sad. What do you mean? You go to the toilet, it's the same thing.
No.
But it's like not all the time. It's only on certain days.
Does that say something about us?
No. Just
I
means
think
you're
it does.
Just means you're a heavy
Am I looking
sleeper.
into it too much?
Yes. I've always been that way. I don't like people to like be with me when I'm crying. I don't like to cry in front of people.
Yeah. But I feel like we should be okay crying in front of each other.
I know, but I know that you'll feel like you have to comfort me and I don't, but then it makes me feel like I don't want you to feel like you have to comfort me. So I just would rather just be by myself.
Yeah. It's weird. I'll just go in the bathroom and cry.
Well,
And I don't know why.
you don't know why?
No.
Oh, you don't know why you go in the bathroom? You don't know why you're crying?
Why don't I just sit here and just cry in
okay.
front of you?
I think it's the same reason. You don't
You
want
think most people go and hide?
I don't know. I feel like it could be common because I just feel like I don't want you to feel like you have to like do something for me.
Yeah, I think it's mainly, like I don't want you to be sad.
Right. I don't want to bring you down with me.
If you're not wanting to cry, I don't want you to feel.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
There's your answer. But I mean, I feel like sometimes, if we're really crying, we can tell.
Well, that's the issue is usually I go hide, but then I have cry eyes.
Yeah.
And I come out and Lindsay will see me and go,
What's wrong?
what's wrong? And then
it's
round two
yep,
of crying.
Yep.
Happens.
That's why I do it at night.
Are you okay? No.
That's why I do it at night. 'Cause you're sleeping. You can't see me.
I'm going to fake sleep then. And I'm going to look at you right when you start crying. I feel like that's unhealthy.
I'm fine with it.
Okay, we're fine with it. Oh, man. I remember when I went to therapy, the therapist asked, do you cry in front of those you love?
And what did you say about it?
I said no. And then she was like, that's not good.
Did she give you a reason why?
I can't remember.
So you better go back.
It was something about you should
Feel
you should be able to express your feelings whenever you want.
Right, that's fine. I get that, but I don't. I just don't like to feel like I don't like to feel like other people need to help me.
Yeah.
So I'd rather just, because I know I'll be okay. I just need to cry for a minute and then I'm fine.
Alrighty. I'm interested to see what others are
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know if
I
that's a
don't
thing.
know. I don't know if other people are the same or what, but
Maybe we're just weird. I don't know.
okay. First kiss and how old were you?
I was 16.
You were?
Yeah,
You waited?
I did.
Me too. Okay. Go ahead.
I mean, it wasn't anything special. I had my first like serious boyfriend. I mean, I had boyfriends before I was 16, but they didn't last very long. And so I wasn't allowed to date before I was 16. But my mom was fine if I had like a boyfriend. She knew they weren't really serious.
Okay.
Like I just couldn't go on dates. But
Okay.
so when I turned 16, I had like my first like actual like long-term boyfriend. And we just kissed one day. Nothing special.
You're at school?
No, we were at a park.
You went to the park?
Yeah.
Whoa.
It wasn't anything crazy. It wasn't like mind-blowing. It was just a first kiss. Nothing special. What about you?
Oh. I also waited. Sounds weird. Yeah, I don't know how much detail I want to go into. But my dad said he would buy me a car if I didn't kiss a girl till I was 16.
That's quite the promise.
So I know I didn't kiss any girls until I was 16. But then it was like almost this like thing.
Yeah.
Like I hadn't had my first kiss, you know? And yeah, I kissed this girl in my dad's basement.
Wow.
Not as cool as the park, but
Well, hey, gotta have your first kiss somewhere.
all right, next question. Where did you get the names for your boys? They are both so cute, and I just wondered if there was a meaning behind either of them.
Well, I tend to hear or see names and I become attached to them.
Yeah,
So I saw
in the most random ways.
random ways. We were just at our friend's wedding and the guy that was marrying them had a name tag and his name was Royce. He was an older gentleman. And I thought, and we were just barely married. We didn't even think about having kids yet. We weren't pregnant yet. But I thought, I really like that name. And I even said that to Jaden, I think. Did I tell you that?
I remember talking about, I don't know if it was before you were pregnant or after, but you were like, I think we should name our son Royce. And I was like, no. Because that is a recipe for a speech impediment.
Yes, but especially with the
Because
last
then
name
they're going to
Ward.
say Royce Ward.
But that's cute until they're like,
I know, but that's just something I thought.
well, I thought it was,
Not that there's anything wrong with having a speech impediment, but it's just something I thought of. He might get bullied saying his name.
well, and I thought he would grow out of it and he would be fine. And, but he, I feel like I really also liked it because I looked it up and I think Royce is your dad Irish or Scottish? I can't remember.
Who knows? Depends
Either
on
one.
the day.
In either of those cultures, Royce means prince or something, or royalty, I think. And so then I really liked it. So, and I didn't waver on it. Jaden tried to convince me otherwise, but I decided on it and that was it. Similar to Fletcher as well, there was a football player, I think he still plays, Fletcher Cox, and I heard his name and I really liked the name Fletcher. Like this was way before we were even pregnant with
And
Fletcher.
what name did I want?
Rhett.
And he went with Fletcher. So.
And but how is Rhett not a recipe for a speech impediment?
I was committed at that point.
Well, I was committed to Fletcher, and we know how that went.
It's hard with a
But
nickname.
that's the thing, Fletcher, if it was a boy or a girl, it was still going to be Fletcher either way.
No.
Yeah, it was.
If we had a girl, it was not going to be Fletcher.
I had already decided in my brain.
Lindsay, stop it. No.
Yes.
It was going to be Reagan.
Well, after a while, I didn't like Reagan anymore.
Who are you?
So I thought Fletcher would be cute for a boy or a girl. So, and we had Fletcher, and it fits him perfectly.
No, it does. I can't picture him with any other name.
Especially when he says, "I'm Fletcher Ward."
Yeah, that is his new thing. He'll stand up and literally, I'm Fletcher Ward. So proud. All right, that's all the submissions.
Okay.
So if you're watching this, go right now. Don't waste another minute. Click on the submission link. You can literally go to this video you're watching right now, go in the description, click that link, and just put in a little question for us. So thank you to everyone that did put in a question, though, for this week. Okay, should we do settle our debate?
Sure.
You ready to get thrown under the bus?
I don't know. What is it?
All right, today's debate, I want you guys to settle. What am I saying?
I don't know.
Sorry. You might have to cut this, Taylor. I'm tripping. You're cutting it. No.
Just go.
Okay. Don't rush me. So.
Don't rush me.
You're definitely cutting it. Today's debate is all about left lane loafers.
Okay.
And what made me think of this debate is we're driving home from Disneyland and I was passenger princessing it up. And I realized Lindsay's just riding in the left lane. And I said, well, why don't you get over in the right lane? And she said, well, there's nobody behind me.
And there was
And I
nobody
said,
behind me.
But you're also not passing anybody. That's what this lane is for. So this week's debate is, if you're on a long road trip, do you just stick in the left lane? You're going fast, faster than anyone else. So you're not worried about someone coming up behind you. And if they do come up behind you, you might get over
Yeah,
if
that's
you
what
see
I do.
them.
That's what I do.
Or are you the type that if you're not passing, you're going to get over anyways just in case?
No.
What do you think of that debate?
I mean, that's fine, but I just feel like it's not really a debate because there was no one behind me. Like, obviously, if someone...
I know, but that's a passing lane. The left lane is a
yeah,
passing
and
lane.
eventually I'll pass someone in that lane because I'm going faster than everyone, but no one was coming up behind me. So I'm not just going to keep moving back and forth when I can just stay in one lane.
That's what you're supposed to do.
But I don't want to do that.
Why?
Because there's no one behind me.
Times...
Okay, but Jaden always asks me to drive, and I always say, no, I don't want to drive. And you want to know why?
Stick to the debate, please. Every week, it's like, no, but Jaden.
It's because Jaden is not a good passenger princess. He is the worst backseat driver you'll ever meet in your life. So if he doesn't want me to stick in the left lane, then he can drive himself.
Oh my gosh. That's what it always comes back to in your debates.
Yes.
Well, if you don't like that, you
then
should
do
put
it
the
yourself.
toilet paper on.
Yes, because that's a great answer.
I just think for me, there's times where I've stayed in the left lane thinking I'm flying, but there's always someone faster.
Then just move over, let them pass, and get back over.
I know, but there's
left
times
lane.
where I'm like listening to music or whatever, and they probably got stuck behind me for a little bit. And I'm like, and then I got to get over.
Well, it's not the end of the world.
I know, but I just know for me, if I'm in the left lane trying to pass someone, but then there's someone going not as fast as I want to go, it makes me upset.
Well.
So that's the debate. Put in, which are you? Stay in the left lane or only use it for passing? Okay.
Okay.
We'll see how that goes for you. That's it.
Okay.
We did it all.
We did it.
We made it through
Number 10
episodes. Thank you guys. Seriously, so much for watching. Thank you for helping us, subscribing, engaging on Instagram. Like, this has been awesome. And it's just fun to see it growing. is the main thing for us. So tune in next week. Another week of good advice.
We're so good at advice.
And another week of debates. But thank you guys so much for watching. Ta-ta.